What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's up, bro?
Chilling, man. How art thou?
I'm awesome.
Hey, man.
This is my type of weather.
This is bye-week season. It's hoodie season. Well, it's supposed to be hoodie season. You're in here with shorts on, with a long sleeve shirt. Yeah, is that the Billups?
It's Chauncey.
Yeah, the throwback Billups on with the backwards cap. Like,
dude, this one's really rare because most of the time you see with this Nuggets type of style, a Mutombo.
Yeah,
I think Jalen Rose.
I remember the Mutombo always.
There might be. He has the man. What name is it? Abdur something. Abdur Rahim. He has
Sharif Abdur Rahim.
I don't know if that's the exact, but there's another player with that style of name.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking he was on the Hawks.
Right, that's what I was like.
But there was another player with that style of name that they have a Nuggets jersey like this. The Billups is rare because he was only on this team for like a year when they had this colorway.
Right, because he came back
they
when
traded
AI
him.
was there.
Yep.
Right.
So this one's pretty rare.
I like it, man. That's top notch. But like you said, you dress, I don't know for what weather, because you got shorts on with the long sleeve shirt. Like for me, it's hoodie season. It's sweatshirt season. I love this type of weather because I get hot easily and you can't take enough off. You get hot, you just like, I take all off, I'm still sweating. When it's cold, man, I throw me a hat on, I throw a hoodie on, I can double the hoodie on, I can throw the big coat on, I got options. So I love this type of year, man.
That's true. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I don't think I have an awareness about it like you. It just feels good for me.
Man, I started smiling. I'm like, oh yeah, we below 50. Yeah, there we go.
So what do we got? What do we got on dock for this one? We don't have a game coming up.
I know, right? No game, no tailgate this week. What do we got? We got to talk Steelers injuries. We're gonna chop that up. We also got to talk about playoff predictions and potentials now that we're at the bye week. See where we're standing and stuff like that.
Definitely.
Then there's basketball season coming up, man. NBA season officially starts October 22nd, so we got to chop it up about that.
I like that. Yeah.
That's how it all started for the podcast. We was NBA boys. You know what I mean? So I'm excited, man.
I guess you figure, it's bye week. I mean, how much are we gonna be with the Steelers in full swing? This is like a good time to talk about it.
Unless you want us to get like back in X and O's of like the bye week. How do we win on the bye week? Is that what you want? I mean, I'll tell you this. Throughout all my years of playing football, rec, high school, college, pros, I've never lost on the bye week. Like undefeated, not even close. I might be the best bye week player in the game.
Yeah.
Straight up, man. I mean, now that I think about it, I mean, I always love the bye week.
Well, I was gonna say, why don't you?
You know what? It's bye week. Let's story time on bye week. All right. So I got a couple bye week stories. Actually, I'll give you the two that I'm allowed to say. Through the podcast.
Wait, what? I'm gonna have to ask you off mic then, because what type of mischievous activity can you be getting into? The thing is,
sometimes during the bye week, you have to have a little bit of fun and rookie parties, etc., and things like that transpire on the bye because hey, whatever happens, you got time to recover. It's the bye week. You know what I mean? You can live it up, do what you want to do, travel wherever you want to travel during the bye, and then after that, you got this many days to get that about your system so you can get back out there on the field.
So you got to go early in the bye week.
Oh, yeah. So, like, here in Pittsburgh, for example, we would typically do our rookie party. If the game was Sunday, rookie party's Monday. And we're going to go crazy Monday night, like crazy. But this is a part of it because we got to come in for 1 to 2 practices. So you might have to come in on Tuesday. So you want to see those young boys have to come in because during the bye, if you're a vet or...
Wait, so this is the second week you're talking about, that Monday night?
No, so if the bye week, so if the game was Sunday on Sunday, you come in
that Monday.
That Monday is the rookie party because you got to practice Tuesday and Wednesday.
Wait, you still practice on
absolutely?
The bye? I did not know this.
Yes, I thought absolutely.
Well, Duck was talking about going on these duck trips.
No, you go on trips because you're off Wednesday afternoon up until traditionally Monday. Because you would come back practice on that following Monday, off Tuesday, back to regular schedule on Wednesday.
Okay.
So, like my rookie year, the way it was set up, where all right, we had Chan Gailey. He didn't want us leaving during the week. So we played on Sunday. We were off Monday, had to come in on Tuesday, off Wednesday, had to come in on Thursday, had us practice Friday morning. Then you get off, but you had to be back Monday for practice. So that was how they structured it. Then after the lockout, we made it where you had to have 4 days consecutively off, plus the weekend. to keep coaches from trying to do that. So now it's traditionally you'll come in Monday or you'll be off Monday, and then you definitely practice Tuesday, Wednesday, then you leave. So we'd always have our young guys take us out Monday night, go crazy, because we know as vets, you don't have to practice. You might not even dress come Tuesday and Wednesday. I mean, we're gonna have the DJ out here. You see the remote control cars, like we just having fun with it, the vets. But what would always be fun was after you had the young boys take you out on the town, we not getting in till 4 or 5 in the morning. But you got that 8 a.m. meeting. If you a young boy, you got that 6:30 left. We done seen guys fresh off the rookie party, suited and booted, because you got to be dressed to impress. You look at my pictures documented. You see we always in a full suit for rookie parties. After that, man, yo, hey, we coming into the building the next day. Hey, get it how you live. You better not fall asleep. You better not be late. And it would just be so funny watching these cats like just trashed, hungover, trying to sit in a meeting, keep their eyes awake, and they actually have to go out there and practice too. Because like I said, with the young boys, they got to dress out and like really, we always have like a scrimmage. It's the young guy scrimmage. So the young guys have to go out there and it's live tackle football. And just imagine, some of these high level athletes having to go out there on that field, a little intoxicated, a little hungover. The last night shenanigans is still affecting them.
Oh man!
As a vet, you love it because you over there hurting yourself, but you're getting through it because you're watching them struggle.
Yeah,
and you're like, that's the bye week vibe. You know what I mean?
You probably had a little bit of veteran savvy too the night before. Like, I'm gonna be a little
no. You go just as hard because hey, all I gotta do is just show up. I don't have to do anything physical. They're not going to ask me any questions in meetings because the coaches know that it's the bye week. They know who has rookie parties. Like, you have to communicate. Like, they just know, okay, so these are the cats. All right, bet. Let's make sure we get them their money's worth. So not only are you going to have a good time at the rookie party, we're going to tap you a little bit financially, but you're going to have to come in and be a professional because that's what it's about at this level. You can't just, oh, man, I went out too hard. I can't go and perform. Nah. You perform through it all. So get on out there and show us how you got it, man. And we all go through it. I know my rookie year, I had my rookie party. It took me, it was across the border. It was in Toronto. The boy came back, sitting at the border, 6:30. I'm like, God, I got this 8 a.m. meeting. This hurts. And they like, hey, man, don't be late. He like, God, man, why y'all doing this to me? But that's how it go. Then once I got married and a little bit older and wiser, what I started doing was like, you know what? Let's just take a trip somewhere nice and warm throughout the duration of the bye week.
There you go.
So we started. We became Cayman Island frequenters, man. Take the fam over there to kill it because we were like, don't go to South Beach. South Beach, you're gonna get tased or locked up. You don't want that to happen on your bye week. It's not a good look. It was like you got to get out the country, get away. So we would start just hopping over there, and everybody's like, man, y'all so bougie. I'm like, man, but it's just so relaxing. But I couldn't even enjoy it all the way because in my mind, I was always so self-conscious about like the game. I'm like, bro, if I drink, that's gonna affect me next week. So I can't like go that hard. If I don't work out on the bye week, then I'm gonna come back and be hurting. So even on vacation, I'm over there like, I can't drink that. I can do this. Hey babe, you're at the beach. I gotta go work out. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Like, and then you really couldn't enjoy like you.
Do you think that's just mental though?
For who?
For the person, because if you have other players that are like,
this is my thing, man.
I'm going off and I still think I'm going to perform no matter what.
Every player has their own thing. For me, I say my method worked. I got 9 in. If the average career is 2.5, maybe it's not so much mental. Maybe it is a reality to that. So I'll leave it at that. I mean, I've done it. Point. I've done it early in my career where you're going out and consuming whatever, doing whatever, and then coming in and practicing and playing in games. Yeah, you might have some success, and I did have some success. But in terms of if I realistically told myself, could I do this over a sustained 9-year career? Not a chance. It just the game. What about just the bye week though? The game demands a lot, bro. Like I don't think you understand. Like we talk about athletes or their bodies are similar to like high-end cars, like a Ferrari, right? So imagine if just 1 week you put 87 gas in a Ferrari instead of the high octane performance fuel that it deserves, right? That it needs, that it requires.
I guess one year you get away with it year to year.
It adds up, man. It adds up. And trust me, you feel your body. Like you are so in tune with your body. I can feel the difference of if I'm a pound heavier or lighter or 5 pounds heavier or lighter. Like that's how in tune you are with your body. So when you,
it's like a golfer with their golf shots, like approach shot. That's crazy.
So if you eat certain things, you can feel how it makes your body adjust to it when you're running your cardio elements and all that stuff. So like as an athlete, you know pretty much every detail when it comes to your body and how you should be feeling. And that's why for me, I was always like, I can't do that and perform the way that I know my body needs to perform or that it's capable of performing. Yeah, man.
No, so is there one that sticks out more than the other? Any of the bye weeks?
Oh man. Man, listen. This is family friendly, bro. All I'm gonna say is we thoroughly would enjoy ourselves on our bye weeks here in Pittsburgh. Thoroughly enjoy ourselves, man. From the Morton's dinners to everything that proceeded after the dinner.
Yeah.
But just know it'd be a great time. And just know that everybody is going to be feeling just terrible the next day. And the funny part would be this. Because every year we've had it. You get one of these young LBs. The meeting is starting. And they're not there. And we're all looking like, we got one. And you're sitting there. And
so that's the goal.
Absolutely. That's always the goal. Somebody better not make it to work the next day. They can't be hurt. We don't want to hurt, but we want somebody, like not physically hurt, but somebody is not going to make it to work. And when they do, like when they get in that phone call, because first you guys send them a text like, yo, where you at? That's the first text. Like, you don't get the response. It's like, oh, we got him. Then it's like, hey, yo, tell the young boy, call him. And there's still no call. Then after that, we like, you know what? Let's get TC, who's the player development guy. TC, call him up. When he get that phone call and he finally answers, you hear him go, oh, yo, I'm coming. Man, when you see them finally get in the building, the look on their face, because you gotta remember, they're hungover, they're trashed. But the panic, the sheer panic that you see in these, because this is their rookie year typically, when you see the sheer panic on their face, bro, it is golden, man. You are crying inside. And it's not just the LBs that know. Everybody knows whose rookie party is coming up. So we know, okay, LBs were always on the bye week. Okay, DBs, they're going to do it whenever the first week of the season ending or like that bye going into the playoffs. Like everybody knows when they're going to do it. So when you hear about it, you're just like, all right, who got it? Who got? Who got? Let's see who got. And man, these dudes, dog, like they almost like they want to cry. And you got to think this grown man making good money. But they want to cry because they know they done messed up. Because now not only do they got to deal with the embarrassment of being late, not only are they going to get fined for being late, but they're also going to have some type of extra consequences after the workout on top of that. And it just adds to it. So you're like, man, you just sit back. And as bad as it is, you seen Avengers Endgame and Thanos at the end, he just sits there on his throne. He's like, perfect balance. I got one of them. Yeah, man. That's how it would be.
It sounds fun.
It was a blast.
It sounds like an awesome work environment.
Hey, that's how you get close, though.
Yeah.
And it's a rite of passage. Like, I've been blessed that all the rookies I came across were pretty much all down for the rookie party, all down for, spending the money that's associated with it, but overall just enjoying the experience. Because you get some guys who try to hardball it, they try to go against the grain, and it never works out well for them or the chemistry of the guys in that room. Mm-hmm. But when everybody's on the same page, everybody has a blast with it. I mean, it's just funny because even the kids, like, even if they're first rounders, they still are looking at like, yo, I'm spending how much money? Like, God, and you're telling them like, I tell you the same thing the vets told me. You gonna spend the money regardless. You better enjoy it. Don't be up here mad all night that you done dropped 30, 40. Don't be mad. Just enjoy it because you gonna spend it. It's gonna get spent regardless. But the benefits is this: you can write it off. It's a business expense, so that's good. But then, like I said, man, you enjoy that money that you spend, and that's what they told me my rookie year. And I would pass it down every year after that to the rookies because you get hit on the head. They don't care. Like I was saying, like, man, I'm a 6th round pick, man. The other draft pick linebacker, he got released, man. This is crazy. They like, hey, this week 10, baby, you've been getting checks. We need to see that. Like, what? No, I've been saving my money, man. And my financial advisor, because he's had other NFL players, he's just laughing like, hey, man, better do what they say. You don't want it to be bad for you, man. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because on the outside, I'm watching Sports Center, I'm watching sports talk shows, and you do see on occasion that one guy. Like I think it was Dez actually his rookie year. He's like, I'm not carrying any of these receivers pads or doing this stuff.
And then you saw how they hit him for the bill.
So, well, here's the thing. From my perspective as a fan, I'm like on Dez's side in a way, just because I'm thinking he's the first round pick. He's coming in. He's trying to be the number one receiver. He's probably going to outperform all these dudes on the team anyway. Like, he shouldn't be carrying these pads. But I get what you're saying.
Hey, man, it's a rite of passage. I don't care.
There's a team. There's a team
Hall
element.
Of Famers. They all got to start somewhere. Dez wasn't a Hall of Famer his rookie year. Dez wasn't the best player in the league his rookie year. It doesn't matter where you're drafted at, man. It's you do it. It's the rite of passage.
There's a team element.
Period. And when you play hardball, you got your consequences. Not everybody likes consequences, but just always remember you brought this on yourself. It's actions, and then there's the reaction to that action. So you could take the course that you want to take playing hardball, and we saw with Dez. Remember, I'm not carrying pads, and then they hit him for $63 grand, $70 grand for the dinner. So you get it how you want to get it, man. We could do it the easy way, we could do it the hard way, but either way, it's gonna happen. You feel me? We got the guys who, hey man, I ain't carrying your pads. Okay, cool. I hope you like your clothes wet. I hope you like your phone gone. I hope you like your car popcorn and towed to a undisclosed location. Find it with your GPS. I hope you're ready for that course of action, because you have to remember this. Even as a first rounder, even Dez pre-CBA first rounder, and anybody post-CBA first rounder, you can have the money that you have right now, and that's fine. But it's a lot of millions collectively in that room that you're going against. And your money ain't as long as everybody else's money in that room. You got to remember that. Collectively, it's not. So if you want to play that game, we can play that game. I just don't recommend it. I've seen it firsthand. I've experienced it a little bit myself.
Oh.
I said, okay, hey, you ain't got to do it to me twice. I'm cool. I like my nice clothes, and I don't like them cold tub. You know what I'm saying? I don't like them like that. I like them hung up, dry, nice, like how I put them there. I don't like coming back to my locker, my phone gone. I don't like coming back to my locker, my car keys gone. I don't want my nice car. I've seen $100,000 brand new Mercedes Benz as popcorn. The butter will mess up the upholstery. That's all I'm saying. You don't want to deal with that, man. Avoid that. Do what you're supposed to do. Don't let them fans gas you up. Hey, man, you better than them anyways. It don't matter. Okay. The fans ain't got to deal with us every day. You do. Just remember that.
I see your point. I definitely see your point.
It's a rite of passage, baby. It's a rite of passage.
So on this bye week, Steelers need a lot of rest.
Absolutely, man.
We got some injuries here.
Our fair share, man. Obviously, we got the most recent big injury being Stephon Tuitt on IR now, torn pec. That sucks. Know personally firsthand how that feels, man. Me tearing my pec as well. So that's going to be a nice, uncomfortable recovery for him. But then on top of that, you still have Joe Hayden, Steven Nelson. I mean, not Steven Nelson. Joe Hayden, Steven Nelson.
Yeah, they say he's going to be good.
Right. But I'm saying guys who didn't finish the game or playing the game. TJ Watt, James Conner, all these guys were either unavailable or did not finish the game.
Jalen Samuel's still out.
Yep, James Washington's still out as well.
James Washington, and then your boy,
man,
just got cleared.
Oh yeah, young Mason. But you also got Mark Barron too with a hammy.
Yep.
So it's a ton of guys either banged up or dealing with something. So the bye week is gonna be huge in terms of them healing, because I mean, right now at this second half of this stretch, this is where you want to make your push for the playoffs. So all these guys are going to have to do what they do, man, in terms of finding the fountain of youth for the recovery, healing ointments and stuff like that.
So, go ahead. What were you
I was going to say, man, but to talk about the quarterback, man, Coach Tomlin, man, he went out there and made the statement, I think it was yesterday, actually. Yeah, said that it's clear that, Mace is the guy. He said Doug did what he did. He didn't, what did he say? He didn't kill us. That was what he described his performance. He didn't kill us. But Mace is our guy going forward. When he's healthy, when he's cleared the protocol, he's good to go. And as of yesterday afternoon, Mason cleared the protocol. So it looks like Coach Tomlin is agreeing with said individuals on the podcast.
You think he's listening?
He definitely tunes in.
Does he?
He absolutely tunes in, bro. He listens to us on the way to workouts. He listens to us on the way to practice. He listens to us before the game.
So he must be listening twice, like, to really get that feel.
He listens to it, and then he hears it, and then he listens. You know, so he's like, I feel that right there. And then he watches our IG videos and social media, the YouTube stuff.
to get hyped up.
Right, because he needs like that feel. He needs to like visual. Okay, now I see what's going on. Yeah, he watches, bro. I think he follows you too.
No, he doesn't. You think it's got to be a burner account?
Definitely
then?
a burner account. Yeah. It's probably the one that says like real Mike Tomlin. Yeah. Talks just like him. Looks like him in the picture. I ain't know if you knew. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's active. He's active. So yeah, we kind of touched on it last podcast. Yeah. It is the move that we thought should be made.
Absolutely, man.
And I guess the only question is Mason really cleared?
Right. That is the big conversation.
At this point, it's early in the first week of the bye. Mm-hmm. We still got another week, so I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good about his health as a fan.
Well, you think even last week going into that game, it was still like, oh, is he going to get cleared or not? He was practicing, so hey, as long as he's healthy, I'm all for it. But I'll even take it a step further, less about the on-field play element of it, but from a contract standpoint, Mason is going to be coming up soon in terms of when you would want to start negotiating for the extension if you were going to do so with him in a year.
So second year. So
this
would it be the end of next year?
End of next year. Yeah, third year is when you typically want to get that extension. You don't, guys going into that last season, you don't want to play that, right? Because you just never know. If they turn it down, they go hit it crazy, you don't have an opportunity. Mm-hmm. So in that regard, typically, if Ben is out there, then you don't even know what you have in Mason in terms of, do you sign him to a starter level contract? Do you sign him to a backup contract?
Almost like we compared him to Jimmy G countless times, but almost like Jimmy G.
Right, but his situation is better because Jimmy only got, 4 or 5 games out there. Right. He's going to get the rest of this season. So you get to see firsthand how good can he be, because it is different evaluating a guy in practice. It's a controlled climate. He's not going to get hit. He knows, okay, even if they give me pressure, I don't have to worry about that pressure touching me. I can go through my reads, my progressions, make my throws. Now you're going to see him in game environments. You get to fully evaluate his talent, his decision making, his moxie. How is he versus pressure? How is he on the run? Can he make the deep ball pass accurately, consistently every week when teams are preparing for him, when they know what he's good at and what he's not good at? Can he still perform? This is, if you're Kevin Colbert and Mike Tomlin, you have to love this because you get to make a truly informed decision. Not an educated guess, but you could say, oh, I know for a fact he does this well, he does not do that well. This is what he looks like in the stadium. So for them, man, it's a great opportunity. And for Mason, shoot, what better way to audition than to show him like, hey, I don't have to tell you what it projects for me to be. I can show you what I'm really like. Right. When you watch this tape, you see that. So it's a win-win for both of those guys.
No, I was going to say it's probably makes a lot of sense for both to want this to happen, to play as soon as possible, especially with Miami coming up. Who wouldn't want to be playing against them?
Absolutely, man. That
helps
helps
the stats a little bit.
Well, and I say this too, man.
Monday night even too.
Prime time is always huge.
Well, we've talked about this with the last game, Sunday Night Football. Why is that not getting considered to be flexed out?
I don't really think it needs to, though. You have the Steelers who
Steelers, right,
is a big deal. And I think that's what it comes down to. Like, honestly, the game.
But it's just funny to me, though. People were talking about it getting flexed for last week, but this would be considered a worse matchup by all accounts, right?
If it's not the Steelers, it is. But you have to think about viewership from a number standpoint. Which game is going to get watched more? People 100%. And I think
I just don't know why it's not being talked about. Where people are like, let's flex it out of this Monday night.
Well, they might talk about it next week, though. Yeah, I think it's to buy this week. Because typically you only look at this week for like what you're planning to flex, whether it be like this Sunday night game or this Monday night game. Like, you don't talk about flexing something that's 2-3 weeks down the line.
True.
Yeah. And think about if the Dolphins go out here and win by 40, now you're like, oh, it's intriguing now.
I think the intriguing thing is that we are kind of back in the mix a little bit. We won last week, and then Mason is coming back. So
you have the storylines. You still have the big name players in Juju, James Conner. Obviously, you got TJ Watt, Devin Bush. You have all the names out there. So that's there from that. And then they also get to talk about, oh, man, this Dolphins team is tanking. This Dolphins team, let's talk about how bad they are. Oh, Minka Fitzpatrick, first time playing against his old team. So it's so much that's there. And like I said, from a viewership standpoint, any Steeler game people are tuning into, and it's at home, so people are going to show up for it. You don't have to worry about it being an empty stadium if the game was in Miami, like how you saw them when they played the Redskins. Like, it just didn't look good. But here, you're going to get all that. So, if they flex it out, I also think it's weird too because the game is on Monday. I think if it was a Sunday night game, flexing would probably be talked about more because it's easy to go from an 8 o'clock Sunday to a 1 o'clock Sunday.
Oh,
it's hard to go from a Monday.
They might not even flex Monday nights. The more that I'm thinking of it, you're right.
Like from a scheduling standpoint, you can't just adapt to that losing a day
because you have a potential Thursday night game a couple weeks down the line. But you're right.
Way,
it messes
you lose
up.
a day of preparation. Think about as a Sunday game. It doesn't matter if it's Sunday at 1 or Sunday at 8. Your practice schedule is typically Monday watch the film, Tuesday off, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday practice, Saturday is travel day, or Saturday is your walkthrough day.
Yeah.
If you take away a Monday, now if it was Monday, you're supposed to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, travel on Sunday.
Yeah.
Or walk through on Sunday. You can't logistically have them cats, we're going to tell you on that Monday that everything has changed. Now from logistic standpoint, now you got to change all the hotel reservations because, okay, you can have your own, like most teams have their own chartered flight or whatever, right? And that's easy. You control that element, but the hotel element, they don't control that. And I've seen that firsthand when we played, I think it was the Chiefs playoffs 16.
Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, we
something with the weather.
Yeah, so we ended up going out a day early and everything was wacky with that, man. So that's why typically I don't think they would even consider having. Yeah, they can't do that on a Monday night.
Good point.
Yeah,
really good point. And now that I think of it, I don't know when they've ever really done
Sunday
that.
Nights without a doubt.
You got to think, when do they ever flex Thursday night games? Because you're playing into messing up schedules.
It's so much that's changed by that. Yeah.
Right, they plan out months in advance.
Oh yeah,
these are how the games are going to be.
Yeah, and they're not just. I mean, even from the traveling standpoint, the hotel standpoint, they don't just we're playing them in 2 weeks. Let's book the hotel. No, this stuff is done in July.
Right.
Whenever the schedule first drops, hey, all right, get that squared away. That's done. Boom. End of story. Yeah.
Yeah. And Monday nights, they have had no shame. Maybe they do feel a little bit of shame, but they've been putting out some crappy games over the past few years.
Hey, man.
So
it's like that sometimes, man. Welcome to the NFL. So
we good on injuries here?
I think so, man. Because I think we both talked about how we agreed with the decision that Mason should be the starter.
Yeah.
Unless the Steelers change their mind and feel like Duck is the guy of the future, I don't really see why you would change that. Now, if Mason goes out there and plays bad the next couple of weeks, then that's different. You revisit that if it comes to that. But as of right now, yeah, I'm 100% with you, man.
Just guys need to get healthy. That's all.
Absolutely, man.
Just rest up.
Period.
So we kind of touched on it with this game coming up. We're back in the mix a little bit for the playoff hunt.
Let's describe this mix of playoffs. So as it stands right now, you got the Patriots 6-0. That's one playoff team. The Chiefs 4-2. That's another playoff team. Texans 4-2. That's another playoff team. Bills 4-1. That's another playoff team. Ravens 4-2. That's another playoff team. Then we got Colts and Raiders both sitting at 3-2. That gives you 7 teams. And then here's where it gets kind of wacky. The Jags, Titans, Broncos, Chargers, Browns, and Steelers all sit at 2-4. So it's a little unique, man. But I think the biggest thing is Steelers just got to just win. I think that's what it comes down to, man.
Yeah.
I mean, as it sits right now, this isn't the most advantageous situation, but considering all the adversity they've had to overcome thus far,
right?
All things considered, you have to be happy if you're them, considering where you're sitting at, man.
No, I am too. I don't think if you're a betting person to have those wild card teams, the Bills at 4-1, the Raiders at 3-2, and then the other team that would be in the mix for the 6 and 7 slot. I don't know if you're feeling necessarily too good about those teams holding out.
See, I think this is where we differ.
You like the Bills still?
I like the Bills and the Colts a lot.
Oh, see, I don't like the Colts.
The Colts just beat Patrick Mahomes the other day, and they were on a bye week. What? In Arrowhead. When they were undefeated.
They're frauds.
Without their quarterback.
Mahomes might be getting exposed is what might be happening there.
Hey. You explain this to me. Let me hear this. You explain it to me, man.
This is a feel thing. The Colts.
Oh, okay.
They don't have luck. I mean, it's a feel good story.
They ain't had luck all season. They look good though, and they're getting healthy. You know who they got coming back this week?
Who?
their all-pro linebacker and Darius Leonard, who's been gone all season due to a concussion.
See, I don't know about those things.
Yeah, he's an
ESPN
animal.
doesn't talk about this
They don't.
stuff.
Yeah, he's by far, he's their Derwin James. Think about Derwin James to the Chargers. That's what Darius Leonard is to the Colts. And they 3-2 without him. Obviously, Luck isn't out there. He retired, but they've been doing that without him. That's all I'm saying, man.
I'm just not a believer.
Fair enough, man.
Just show me they make it with Jacoby Brissett. That's all.
Man. They doing fine right now, man.
Once they do it, I'll start believing. But
Right, I figured like them going on the road, beating the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs teams. That for a while, everybody said it's the Patriots and it's the Chiefs. For a while, that's what everybody said. And then the Colts do that on the road without their best defensive player. That's all I'm saying,
I
man.
think Chiefs might be frauds. They should probably be 3-3 right now with that the Lions win there. Kind of lucky, you know.
Oh,
All this to say, I think the NFC or the AFC's down in general.
fair enough.
So if like KC is the top team, KC's not like they were last year.
Okay. KC could be probably the third best team right now. I say Pat's number 1 and Texans at 2 right now.
Which
Or you don't believe in the Texans either?
No. This is to say, man, I think Steelers could beat any of those teams except maybe the Patriots on the road. I don't feel good about that. If we're playing Texans or Chiefs, I might feel kind of decent about that.
Just help me understand why.
I'm saying there's a chance. There's
because technically there's a chance every game. I got that, but like, what? Like, have you? Man, the Texans, they nice.
they're not bad, but I mean,
Okay.
listen,
You know what's going on right now?
what?
This 15-1 Deke I'm talking to right here. I can smell it. That's 15-1 Deke.
Nah, dude,
It is. Without a doubt, bro.
the defense looks really good, and you got me hype on Mason. Ryan Clark sending out this tweets got me hype on Mason.
Okay.
The hope is back, and
I see.
and what I'm saying is, all right, maybe the percentage isn't 50-50, but on any given Sunday,
No, without a doubt. I agree with that. But couldn't the Texans, not Texans, couldn't the Jags, couldn't the Titans, couldn't the Broncos, the Chargers?
I think we're way better teams than all those guys.
So the Chargers and the Browns, they couldn't make that same argument?
The
Chargers definitely, because they got Derwin James coming back in a little bit.
Not the Chargers.
I'm just saying, that'd be their best player coming back. Melvin Gordon to have some more weeks under his belt. You obviously still got Phillip Rivers.
The Browns maybe, but I don't think their schedule is tough coming up. I don't think they're going to be stringing off wins to get in the mix.
Right. They're going to have to go head-to-head with the Steelers 2 more times to start off for them. So there's some questions with that. The Broncos, though.
They're not as bad as their record, I don't think either.
The Titans situation is different because they're switching quarterbacks now. Mariota, they benched him. They're going to bring in Ryan Tannehill. But the Jags, I'm like, they're not bad. And people would make the conversation, the point of, well, they lost Jalen Ramsey. Jalen hasn't been playing for them the past couple weeks. No. So that's not even factored into this day.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Gardner Minshew, you even said it yourself. You believe in Gardner.
I like him, yeah.
Yeah.
But we both did say we're waiting for the dam to break, and it might have happened last week.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Because realistically, they had the chance, man.
They did, yeah. I guess it was a really it was a low scoring game.
Yeah.
All that to say, it's messy. You could agree with that.
I agree.
It's messy.
It's very muddy.
I really like our defense. I'm really liking our defense.
It was just the way you would about like the teams that you named. I'm like, wow. The same argument that you're talking about, you like our Steelers defense. As much as I like our Steelers defense,
they have good offenses.
But no. As much as I like the Steelers defense, I love the Buffalo defense because it is probably without a doubt the number 1 defense in the NFL right now, and it's not even close, man.
Okay.
Like in all 3 phases, D-line, linebackers, and secondary.
We play 2 of those teams.
Oh, I know. That's the part that I like. Now, this is the question. Like when it comes to like that Bills team versus Steelers team, I do feel a lot more confident in Josh Allen right now than I do in Mason because I've seen Josh continue to grow and he's played in a lot more games than Mason. With Mason, it's still very unknown in terms of how good he could be because we've seen him for what? Four games essentially.
Yeah.
2 real full games and then 2 a half in one game and a half in another game. So I mean technically that's only like 3 games in total playing time.
Right.
So for me, I'm just kind of like, all right, as much as I like what I see in Mason, as much as I think he has potential, I still need to see it. Like I said, it's for him, he has to judge because he doesn't have to talk about what he's capable of. He can actually go out there and prove what he's capable of. For the GM, he can see, hey, what he's capable of, not having to guess it. With Josh, it's like, okay, I've seen what he's been doing consistently. I'm seeing that he's cut down on the turnovers drastically. I'm seeing that. That's why I feel a little more confident with that. So I'm like, okay, if that's a wild card team, and I will say this too. I mean, I still think the Steelers could find a way to get in. But in terms of another team that's not up here that I think will be in the mix of the Jets. With them without Sam Darnold, they sucked. Them with Sam Darnold, you saw what they did to the Cowboys. They are a legit team. And I think with CJ Mosley on that defense, that changes a lot for them. They're also going to get Quinnen Williams back. Like him being healthy. That's huge for them. For me, I'm like, they're 1-4. That was not a reflection of that team. That's a terrible quarterback situation not being handled the way the Steelers, how they handled their quarterback being lost.
Right.
Mason comes in and plays well. Duck comes in and plays well. They didn't get that. No. When they went to their 2 and their third quarterback, it got nasty. So that's another team that's kind of like, all right, just,
So the reason for hope, like I said, it's messy. There's a lot of those teams kind of in there.
Yeah.
But also, we could very well just win the division. We don't got to worry about wild card. But
true.
I think you're thinking at 2 and 4, the wild card is out of play. But as we just showed you, Raiders at 3 and 2, and the Colts at 3 and 2,
Bills at 4 and 1.
That's not too far off. Especially we play the Colts.
Yeah,
I think our schedule is definitely feasible. The only one that's like concerning or was concerning, I don't know how much concern there is now. They got the Rams coming here.
Okay.
All the other games I think are 50-50.
All right. Well, I gotta remember too, prior to the season started, you said it was gonna be 15-1.
Dude.
So I know how you look at some of these games. It's like, oh, they're beating them, they're beating them, they're beating them, beating them. For me, I'm over here like, I know you saying this, but man, do you see some of the team? Like, granted, the schedule gets a lot easier.
The two things, the Rams, I would say the Ravens on the road is going to be.
Okay, so Ravens on the road is tough.
And the Rams.
Rams is tough.
The other ones, I'm feeling good about them.
All right. I hope you're right, man.
And, well, here's the thing about the 15-1. I think Ben is a big factor.
And what was your guess what was your prediction after he went down?
After he went down,
you said 13-3 1 week too.
No.
I did hear 13-3.
I was just in shock. I don't think I said anything.
So the next they were at 2 and 4. The next 10 games. What's your prediction?
The next 10 games, we're 2 and 4. I think we will finish.
No. Just the last 10 games. How do you see them going out these last 10?
Yeah, so I could just say the finishing record then, right?
Fair enough, yeah. All right.
So we will finish 10-6.
10-6. Okay. So
you
got them winning 8 games, losing 2.
Yeah. So it could be that Colts and Ravens game, like I said, or we could win one of those and maybe toss up another one, maybe to your Bills.
10-6.
What is your projection? You're saying 9-7 or 8-8, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Does that still make it though?
To win the division, it might. Not for a wild card. That's why I think our argument differs. You think they have a chance for a wild card. I personally don't see them getting it as a wild card. I think
that 10-6 will win the division. I really think the Ravens are going to fall. I don't think it's going to
be 10. I think 9-7 wins the division.
Okay.
But I think it's going to have to be them winning the division to get in. I don't see them getting a wild card just because when I look at some of these other teams, I'm like, the Bills are in the AFC East.
That's true.
So their toughest game.
I haven't seen their schedule.
Right. So I'm like, that schedule isn't that crazy, the rest going out.
Although you just talked about the Jets. Right?
Yeah, and that's fine.
And they got to play Patriots again.
Yeah, and that's fine. If we're going, okay, if they added 2 losses and the Steelers added 2 losses, they still are sitting in a way better position because they're not going to win that division. They're a wild card team. So that's why.
They play the Steelers though.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like you.
That might be a third loss there.
You feel very confident in that game. I'm not so confident.
Isn't that at home?
I don't care. I'm not as confident in that game, man. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's the big. I'm looking at teams that are actually going to have like that. They're going to have to compete against in the wild card. It would be Bills wild card team, Colts, it's a wild card team. Like that's where I'm like, granted, the beauty is you got the head to heads. When you play them, you're gonna get a chance to beat them. But that's what I'm looking at directly the most. And I'm like, let's be real. The AFC South, outside of the Texans and the Colts, you got the Titans and the Jags. Titans are trash. Jags, we're gonna see.
So you're saying Browns a tier above those two teams?
Absolutely.
If we say,
Absolutely.
Steelers, Ravens, AFC North.
And I know people are going to say, well, the Titans blew out the Browns. I understand that. But if they played 10 times, I don't think the Browns are going to lose the majority of that. I think the Browns will win 5 to 6 of them, probably 7 to be realistic.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, man. But that's the beauty of the game, though, right? They play each week and injuries are a factor. Who knows what might happen with any of these other teams from a health standpoint? Who knows what may happen with us from a health standpoint?
True.
Those are some of the things you factor in with this thing, man.
No, definitely. Yeah. I'm hyped up with Ryan Clark's tweet.
Hey, you believe with your heart. That's how you make your picks. I like that. I make my picks with my head. It's cool. You know what I mean? So right. I like it. That's the yin and the yang.
That's true.
You're the 15-1 guy.
So here's the thing, though. There could be a couple scenarios that could propel us.
All right, let's hear it, man.
To this 10-6 record at an easier rate or an easier pace.
All right.
The one, I don't know if you saw this. I'm always scheming behind the scenes here. Potential AJ Green trade. Diggs is probably off the table now.
All right, so you want the hurt guy? Okay, cool. All right. What you gonna give up for him? Let's just hear it. Let's
just start off with a 2nd round pick. In my post, I have a 2nd and 4th round pick. We have two. We have, just to make sure they say yes.
Okay,
but maybe we don't need that 4th round.
They're not giving them up for a 2nd round pick in the division to a rival.
All right, what about the 4th round?
You're gonna have to throw that in there at least.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're gonna want to cripple you if they know you're.
Would you do it if you're the Steelers though? The Bengals may not want to.
I wouldn't do it if I'm a Steelers. I don't.
Oh.
First off, the draft is key. Draft and develop. That's what the Steelers want to do. That's what they love to do. AJ Green. It's a couple things that are issues right here. Number one, he's been hurt a lot the past couple years in his career. So you don't know what AJ Green you're getting. How healthy is he when he comes back? Number two, you're going to have to pay him. Hey, the bill's coming due. He need that new check. So that's the next thing. And then number three, you're not going to have a draft pick until what round? Well, if you give up your 2nd and your 4th, you already gave up your 1st rounders. When we pick them, what, the 5th round? That's all we got left. So that's what you want to put your hopes in for next year? Because we already talked about the guys that are going to be leaving, right? Or like the guys you got to make decisions on. Bud, who's having a great year. Javon Hargrave, balling out. Sean Davis, who we just already assumed that, hey, he's going to walk because he's on IR. They bring in Minka. Those are 3 key positions right there. Then I'm sure you're going to want to address the receiver position, right? Because we haven't seen enough from James Washington yet. Obviously, he's been hurt. Juju hasn't had the season that we wanted to see. Granted, that's a direct correlation to the quarterback. But, okay, you still might want to add something in that room, right? Because you're not a believer in Moncrief. That's cool. Fence on Switzer, up in the air. Who knows? Tight end position as well. That's another one that you might want to upgrade. Oh, and don't forget Matt Filer. He's in a contract year, too. That's your starting right tackle.
Was that it? What we could do.
All right, let's see you cook, man.
I've mentioned it before. The return.
Of who?
You know.
Who? I say, man. Let the people know.
AB.
Okay. And how does that play out? Burnt a lot of bridges. Talk bad about Mr. Rooney. Talk bad about Ben. The quarterback. His quarterback.
I think it's something that's needed on both sides.
What is?
The return. We have
I'm
AB
saying, how
who's
does
needed.
that dynamic work though? Imagine like
he's a little more humble. I think he's realizing that.
Okay.
Either way, my point is with both of these scenarios, I think we need another receiver. And
I don't think that's the issue right now.
You don't.
I don't.
But haven't we talked about having a receiver
isn't the same,
outside of Juju that could clear things up for him? That's maybe more of a deep threat and is able just to run, get things going one-on-one, and even when he's double teamed.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this, man. When you lose your franchise quarterback, the guy you worked with all offseason, the guy the offense is custom built for, you lose him during the season, it drastically changes things. Then when you bring in the second quarterback.
Wait, didn't I just say this though?
I'm just saying, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you bring in the second quarterback, he gets down, it drastically changes things. Everybody is affected by it because everybody's adjusting on the fly. Everybody's having to figure out what this quarterback can do, what he can't do, what he likes to throw, what he doesn't like to throw. All right. What's open to him versus what's open to Ben versus what's open to Duck. Like, in terms of when I say what's open, Meaning like college open is 2 to 5 yards of separation. Oh, he's open. I can see him. NFL was open as, hey, the defender is touching you, but you throw it on the opposite hip away from him where only the receiver can get it. That's open in the NFL. Certain quarterbacks don't feel comfortable with that. Those are the things that everybody's adapting to right now. So even though the receivers haven't been producing, even though their numbers are terrible right now, all I'm saying is not solely on them. And even the tight ends, I think people like aren't all the way grasping that concept of it. And I fell into it a little bit as well, man. But when you really think about like how much losing a quarterback affects everybody around you, it does have a big impact.
So you're just Mason style, at least, isn't, I'm not going to say compatible, but that type of receiver wouldn't be that much, I guess, effective.
Yeah,
or that much of a difference maker in the style.
Right, AJ Green is the type of guy who's going to run vertical routes, verticals and stops. So you need to have a quarterback that's willing to, all right, wait a little bit and then just shuck it downfield.
What we've been talking with Mason and the offensive system is more West Coast.
Right. Precision passing, timing, getting it out on schedule. Those are two different styles. Granted, I mean, a talent like AJ Green is awesome, but for what you're going to give up to get him and the uncertainty of his health, along with the fact that you're going to either need to pay him or essentially you gave up a draft pick for a 1-year rental, those are the things that I think about and why I say I don't really like that. I mean, like I said, in Madden is great. But if you want to have a sustained franchise,
I just think
and
we
have
got a
sustained
shot.
Success, that's all I'm saying, man.
I just think we got a shot here.
I mean, you can have a shot. You think this team is good without him, right? So why run the risk of potentially crippling this team in the future for him?
I think AJ Green still got some in the tank.
No, I got that, right? I understand that. But you realize after this season, all the ramifications to this move. That's what I'm saying.
True.
That cripples you for years.
We'd have to look at the cap space.
No, the cap space is letting you know what it needs to know, man. It's not looking good. You still got Ben on the books, regardless of if he retires, regardless of if he comes back and he's great, regardless if he comes back and he sucks. That is still on the books.
Wait, if he retires, it's
still on the books.
Really?
Absolutely.
No way.
Yes, it is. That's why it's like, we're kind of stuck right here. We in bed with him, period.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
But either way.
And even if you trade him, it's still on the books. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want him to come back.
I want him to come back too. Yeah.
So
that's all I'm saying, man.
Okay. So we're talking about quarterback here.
Yeah.
There's rumors swirling around.
Cam Newton, right? I know you want him, right?
How'd you know? Actually, man, let's roll with number 2. Let's roll. You want Cam?
If he's healthy. But I don't think he's healthy. After seeing him, how he was throwing the ball, that doesn't look healthy. I think he still needs time to recover.
Yeah.
And I don't want him recovering like that on our dime.
Yeah.
For whatever you'd have to give up for him. I think the price to get Cam is a lot cheaper than the price to get AJ Green.
No way. You think?
Absolutely. And here's why. If you're the Carolina Panthers, you're not giving up a franchise quarterback if he's a franchise quarterback still, because those are too hard to come by. That'd be like, oh, Ben's in his prime. Oh, he's done with a couple injuries. Let's trade him. What? Why would you do that? I don't care how good Kyle's been playing. Healthy Cam Newton is not even close. So if you're willing to depart with this guy, what does that say about how you feel in terms of his longevity of being able to produce? You're not too confident in it. So that's why I say that number will be down lower. Whereas if you're the Bengals, you really want to trade arguably one of your best offensive weapons for the past, 7-8 years to a division rival, a foe. No, you're going to hit him over the head. I need extra because I know by me giving you my damaged goods and me taking your draft picks, that's going to have an effect that's not going to be this season, but 2-3 seasons down the line. So that's why I say, man, the number is going to be a lot higher for AJ Green than it would be for Cam Newton.
You think just a second for Cam would do it?
I don't know if it would be just a second. I don't know what the number is. All I know is to make it work in terms of the Bengals trading AJ Green to the Steelers versus the Panthers trading Cam Newton to the Steelers, it's going to cost more to get AJ Green.
Do you think they're thinking about it?
I doubt it.
Okay.
I seriously doubt it, man. It like I said, from a money standpoint, it doesn't make sense. From a team standpoint, it doesn't make sense because remember how we talked about.
We're just running into a new problem then if we have Cam and Ben's coming back, and Mason as
and then we talk, and even
that'd be a mess.
Yeah, but when we talk about adjusting, right? think about the offense having to adjust to Cam's style, whose style is drastically different than any quarterback they've seen here.
Probably more similar to Ben, if anything. But he has he has more of the running ability. But in terms of just sitting back there and making plays happen and waiting on things,
different style though, man. That's all I'm saying, man. It's a drastically different style.
What? Hold on, explain that then. What is Cam versus Ben? Obviously, Cam has I can just QB sneak, or maybe we could do a little design run play for him.
Cam, you can have the design runs.
But in terms of whenever they're both dropping back and passing.
But what you're saying is this. Ben dropping back there and passing, moving around, scrambling, and stuff like that, he's still very accurate. Cam is not when he has to drop back and scramble. In fact, we tell you on defense, get ready to catch it. If Cam has to scramble around, he's either going to fumble it or he's going to throw it right to you. That's the difference in the two. Gotcha. So a lot of people, though, they it's the names. It's like, oh, that's a big name. I like that name. I remember him being a MVP. I remember him in the Super Bowl. It's not the same anymore. It's not.
No.
But like you said, man, that's the fandom. It's cool, baby.
Are you surprised I said let's stick with 2?
I'm not. I really? Figured I knew you would want AJ Green. I figured you wouldn't be on Mason. I mean, you wouldn't be on Cam, because if you were on Cam, that means you couldn't be believing in Mason. And that's kind of how I looked at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. End of the day, that's what I was thinking. Cam has not looked the same. He hasn't looked like MVP Cam. Mm-hmm. So Mason's in his second year.
You're high on Mason.
Dude, Ryan Clark got me, man.
Tell the people what Ryan Clark tweeted out too, man. Just let them know.
He said the 49ers are a really good team right now, but I'm 100% sure they'd be just as good with Mason, if not better, at quarterback over Jimmy G.
And y'all take it how you want to take it. That's either saying that Mason is really good or Jimmy G might not be so good.
Oh, you think he's going with that?
Oh, hey, man.
Where's
all I'm saying is he go either way.
Monday night against the Bengals, that really that got me high on the hype and everything there. The Ravens, there was nothing that he did that necessarily got me off of that.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
hey, we'll see how this thing progresses, won't we?
Although Duck got me hype about him, so
you get hype a lot. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I think we roll with what we got.
Okay, fair enough then.
Unless this AJ Green trade can happen.
But hey, whatever you want to do, man. Let's just trade all the draft capital, man. Who needs draft picks anymore? It's all good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But so we're at like 53 minutes here. Do you wanna chop into that NBA a little bit?
Man, we got some time, man. We get a little NBA talk going on, man. All right, so obviously NBA season begins October 22nd, where our Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron, will open up versus the LA Clippers.
Yep.
So it's gonna be an exciting matchup, man. I like that. I'm always pro LeBron, man. Anywhere LeBron go, that's where my loyalty goes, baby. We Laker fans.
We're both on the same page with that. Mm-hmm. I've just rolled with LeBron, whatever team he goes on. So I'm hype about this team. I think they will finish top 3 seed, almost guaranteed, I'd say. The thing that really got me excited was Boogie. Whenever they got him on the cheap.
Boogie been having a little rough time right now, man.
He has, but getting Howard is going to be big for them, I think.
Healthy, as long as he's healthy.
As long as he's healthy, he's going to average a double-double, in my opinion, and that's like the perfect.
Yeah, and that's not far-fetched. I mean, he was averaging that before he got hurt. Obviously he didn't play that much last season because he got hurt, but prior to that, man, I think it's because everybody expects him to be dominant. Like, people remember him in Orlando where he still didn't really develop offensively, and they haven't seen him develop offensively, but he was still getting 20 and 10, 20 and 15 just off of dunks and putbacks. Like, and I think him playing with Anthony Davis and LeBron James, that
he doesn't
helps
have
him
to
out,
be.
right? He doesn't have to be a back to the basket scorer type guy. Just get your rebounds, get your points off of cleanup. Similar to when Doc Rivers told DeAndre Jordan, I'm not going to call a play for you, but you're going to average 20 and 10 off of straight putbacks. Like, that's what you're going to do. Same thing that you saw with who's the other guy? I'm drawing a blank on him, but guys like that, man, in terms of in terms of DeAndre Jordan, excuse me, those are the type of dudes like that I can see Dwight Howard having that type of style, that type of season, especially in that LA offense.
So you got your 3 teams in the West, I would say, are the top 3. Lakers,
Okay.
Rockets. Actually, never mind.
I would say, where you going with this, man?
This is regular season.
What?
Regular season. Top 3. Lakers,
We're just
Clippers.
saying, I mean, we predict the regular season, postseason don't matter. We just saying the top 3 in the West.
Top 3, then I want to say Blazers might be in the mix there. If we're doing 4, I would say top 4 then.
Oh, no. We said top 3.
Top 3, I'll put the Rockets in then. I think the firepower of Westbrook and Harden's
So you got Rockets, no, you said Rockets,
Clippers and Lakers.
Okay.
Those are the top 3.
Okay.
Out of those 3, I think the Rockets are just going to be kind of the regular season team.
Okay.
The Lakers and Clippers are the potential NBA Finals competitors. I don't know, like what. I know the
What was your
West
team last year you were talking about?
hold on, I was
Kings, right?
I was no, I was gonna get into that. I was gonna get into that, but I mean the rest of the West is anyone really thinking Trailblazers gonna beat Lakers or Clippers?
I think this is the biggest thing right now.
Spurs,
Lakers and Clippers probably have the best. Lakers and Clippers probably have the best in terms of, well, Clippers have the better team talent, like in terms of depth, starters and bench. Whereas just the best absolute talent, like best players, are the Lakers. But when you talk about like the West in general, I think just across the NBA, nobody really has a roster that's so stacked that nobody could get beat. Like I can't sit here and realistically say, oh, could that Trailblazers team, could they give it to the Clippers team? Who knows? You got some questions right now. Obviously, Paul George is going to be coming from a shoulder surgery. Then Kawhi, they rested him throughout the season and stuff like that. So the matchups, home court, all that plays into a factor.
You know who we forgot about though? Actually, I'm sorry. I'm actually really sorry about this.
What's up? Who forget?
Because I was high on them, and you weren't as much based off free agency and everything.
Yeah,
Golden State.
Oh yeah, well, I mean they still are going to be in the mix. Yeah,
I see them as 4.
Every team out there has 2 like prominent players that are healthy this season. And you think about Golden State, they're gonna have D'Angelo Russell and Steph Curry. They still got Draymond Green, who's a all-star. Then after that, let's see, with the Nuggets, they have
Jokic and Murray.
Yeah, I was say, what's that cat's name?
We're not too polished up on our NBA right now.
Man, we just hopping into this thing, man. Jazz, you still got the Spider-Man Mitchell. He's out there, and I forgot their big man out there too.
Gobert.
Yes. But I say, because he just he made all NBA defense. That's what it was. He was all like emotional. I like that about him. Show you emotion. Obviously, you know what the Rockets, they got Harden and Westbrook. Then let's see who else out the West. I mean, you don't really have to speak on the Clippers. You already know with them, with Kawhi and George. LA, you got Bron and the Brow. So
I got 4 teams then. I'm throwing Golden State in the mix.
You can't have 4. It's 3. 3 times, man. What's your 3?
Then Golden State's over the Rockets then.
Okay. So for me, my 3 is Clippers, I got Lakers, and then I have the Trailblazers.
Oh.
I think them getting Hassan Whiteside is huge because they haven't had a big that can ball, that can protect the rim. They have that now. They already got Dame and they got CJ, who's shown that they can score on anybody and they don't back down from any challenge. And their biggest competition in terms of best backcourts has been the Warriors. But who do the Warriors not have right now?
Clay.
And even when he comes back, it's still up in the air how good he's going to be in this first return of that.
True. I'm banking on the Blazers just being shell-shocked, almost like a Rocket syndrome. They just can't get over the hump of the Warriors.
I don't see that one. Well, you know what? That's the beauty of the season, though. We're going to get to find out.
So here's the thing. Big time question here.
All right.
Do the Pelicans make the playoffs with Zion?
Well, you know, JJ Redick never missed the playoffs in his career. He is on that team. I don't know if it's luck. I don't know if it's timing. I don't know. I don't personally think that the Pelicans have enough talent, especially when you look at some of these other teams that are out there. I don't see it, honestly.
I'm saying they make it.
Okay.
I'm saying they sneak
And who are they making it over?
Well, Jazz are in. I gave you that.
You don't respect the Spurs, but the Spurs are going to be in the playoffs. I'm telling you now. and have you seen they got DeJounte Murray back, right? Okay. I'm just letting you know.
Lakers, Clippers, Warriors, Rockets, Blazers, Jazz,
You run out of teams.
Pelicans.
You didn't even want to put them in. You weren't even about to say them.
Pelicans are in. And I would.
So who?
If I'm missing anyone, you could tell me. But I'm saying the Spurs. Let me pull up the standings right now.
Standings. The season ain't started yet. How you gonna pull up standings?
Just last year's, just so I could. See
Man, them teams were so different last year, man.
So hold on. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it's the Pelicans and Spurs. Because the Thunder are gonna. Oh, Nuggets. Forgot about them.
I forgot about them.
Pelicans, and Nuggets. No Spurs.
Hold on. Pick it back up. Say it again now. So you said Warriors are in.
Yeah.
Trailblazers are in.
Yeah.
Rockets are in.
Yeah.
Jazz are in.
Yep.
Clippers are in.
Yep.
Lakers are in.
Yep.
All right. Let's see who did you say wasn't going to make? You said Spurs weren't going to make it.
Spurs. Yeah. OKC's out, obviously.
Okay. And where'd you feel about the Jazz?
Yeah, they're in.
Okay.
Pelicans. Yeah.
How many did
Lakers, and then Lakers are in because they weren't in last year.
Yeah. So we're sitting. I don't know, bruh. I don't know about that. You know what? That might be something that you should bet on.
The Pelicans.
I would like to see that one.
What, me and you, or go down to the casino?
I would like to see me and you on that one, man.
What's okay? Okay, we will. I'll definitely do that. We got to figure out stakes.
Yeah, man. Wow, I don't see that one at all, bro.
Dude, he's looking good.
Who is he?
Zion.
Versus who?
Rookie of the year.
He probably get that because this is his name. Like what?
Yep.
All right. Hey, I like your optimism, baby.
Dude, he's the next guy, I think.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Anything for the East at all? NBA?
From the East, I think the Bucks are the best team out there. I think they're gonna ultimately come out of there. You can't go wrong with the 76ers. I think that's gonna be huge. I still want to see what Jimmy Butler looks like in Miami. If he can be the guy to lead them. I don't know. I mean, he gets a lot of his guys, but I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's too far-fetched to think that KD might be coming back here.
Well, I think they already ruled him out. They said he wasn't.
For sure?
Yeah.
For sure?
Yeah, they I forgot the GM's name, but he went on record and because first remember Kyrie came on immediately and was like, "Yo, I don't want anybody to try to pressure him. I'm gonna make sure that he doesn't get pressured into a situation like Golden State." And then the GM, I want to say, came right out and was like, "No, he's done for the season. He's not gonna play."
All right, never mind that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they would be my favorite.
You was willing to risk his health. That's crazy.
I don't know, man. Adrian Peterson came back and
From an ACL,
yeah,
not an Achilles. What?
the timetable isn't. I mean, didn't Kobe had a quick timetable for his?
No, Kobe was doing the regular season. This was in what, like 2 months ago?
Not 2 months, 3, 4.
Jeez, you trying to set my man up for? You don't care about KD's life, man.
No, I do. I was telling him not to play in the finals.
Yeah, now you're telling him, hey,
But
come on back for the Nets.
Lord. I'm just thinking he'll come back at an earlier timetable.
Do you believe in the Knicks?
No. The Knicks?
The Knicks.
No. I'm saying in the East, I'm with you. I mean, you got the Bucks, the 76ers.
Mm-hmm.
Celtics could be interesting. The reason why
they got enough talent.
It's the same thing with the Blazers.
Yeah.
They might have some ammo to get an extra trade.
They'll get in.
Before I know, obviously they'll get in, but I'm saying like in terms of top 3 teams that might be in competition for the NBA Finals. Other than that, I think the East is kind of blah.
I think, man, the East and the West.
I don't see the Heat being that good, actually.
I think they make the playoffs over the Pelicans making the playoffs.
That's guaranteed.
What you saying, man?
In the East.
But that's what I'm telling you. Like from a talent standpoint, everything is so spread out now. It's not like how it was when you get these powerhouse teams and like everybody has a solid 2 good players. Everybody has a solid 2, a solid 2, a solid 2. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't think it's as open as you think it is, man.
I think it's those 3.
And besides, you got to think the defending champion has come out the East last year.
Those three in the West, though, I think are in a class above.
Which 3 though?
Lakers, Clippers, and
because you keep going to air. So please help me. Outside of Lakers and Clippers,
well, I don't
see it as the I don't see the separation, man.
I'm going with Warriors too. Something about Steph Curry and that.
We're gonna find out.
I'm not saying they're I'm rooting for them or anything, but they always find a way.
No, they don't. no, they don't. They got talent,
Dude. You're telling me
find a way. What?
With Steph Curry, Clay, Draymond, and now D'Angelo.
No. I'm just saying.
And now, they picked up Cauley Stein. I like that pickup too.
I'm just saying. You said they always find a way, as if like they always have like a shortage of talent. No, they don't. And in fact, when they did have the shortage of talent, what did they do? Okay,
they were in the mix and they won. They won one. I know we've had this discussion before. Obviously, LeBron and all them were hurt, and I'm with you on that. I'm with you in the grand.
That's how you say they found a way. I could dig it.
I'm with you in the big. LeBron is awesome. Debate.
Hey,
that is something to not hold against him. So,
whatever you say, bro. Whatever you say, man.
All right, real quick, MVP.
I'm gonna say
Anthony
Davis.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think he has something to prove. I think he wants to show that he could be a star. Obviously, he's gonna be playing in LA, so he's gonna have a lot more spotlight on him. So that helps him out. I mean, you've seen the numbers he could put up in New Orleans and a far worse offense with way less talent. He's gonna be out there with arguably the best player in the NBA and NBA history in LeBron James. That's going to help him open up the floor for him a lot more than what he was getting in New Orleans. You got to think the best player he played with in New Orleans was Boogie Cousin. Those two big men, that crowds up a lot of stuff. With LeBron, the floor is going to be super spaced out, man. And like I said, it's showtime. Every game, like the majority of his games are going to be on primetime. People are going to be tuned in watching. We already talked about the primetime effect in the NFL. It's real. When voters can see you do it in these primetime TNT, ESPN matchups, that's how you win those awards, man. And I think it sets up perfect for him.
Well, I'm going with LeBron.
Man, fair enough, man.
Here's what's going to happen. Davis is going to be out for maybe a month at some point here.
Holy cow. Why are you, what? Why you want him to be hurt for a month?
I don't want him to be. He's got injuries.
What?
He's just got injuries, dude. I don't want that to happen at all. But this is, I'm just telling you, this is how it plays out. LeBron literally carries the team because he had his off year last year where, he's kind of hurt, dinged up. The team's not completely there. This year, he's locked in. So even if Davis goes down, he's going to be like, I'm putting this team on my back. Him, D. Howard, Kuzma.
Okay.
They're not going to miss a beat with Davis, and LeBron's going to be like, listen, look.
Oh, Lord.
I lost a top 5 player. We're still awesome.
I got LeBron as my comeback player.
Comeback player? You think they'll give that to him?
Hey, man, it's a possibility he'll be a comeback player. Either him or, like I said, or the cat in San Antonio.
Porzingis, though?
Well, it depends. How good you think he's going to be? You don't think that the Mavericks are going to make the playoffs, so that means he can't be balling out too well.
They'll be a fun little team, yeah.
Oh, man. Here you go with your argument. Like, what?
They'll be 9th or 10th seed with the Kings, but the Spurs are going to be in the mix because they're not making it either. They'll be around there. But West is good. The West is deep, but like I said, there's those 3 teams that are above them all.
We're gonna see, man. You said 2 teams that are above them all.
See, here's my thing at the beginning. I'm starting to clear my head here a little bit, and it's all coming to me. The Rockets are probably gonna be a better regular season team than the Warriors.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, when playoff time comes, Warriors are in a higher class than the Rockets. Those are the top 3.
All right. Okay.
In the league, I mean, forget the Bucks and the Sixers and all them. I don't want to hear about them at all.
All right. Hey, you heard it right there, man. Deke said it. Pelicans in the playoffs. Spurs not in the playoffs. You said the Jazz in the playoffs. They're in the playoffs. All right, so Spurs not in the playoffs.
We were talking about this before they signed Conley.
So you said Spurs not in the playoffs. You said,
yeah, that's probably the main one. Pelicans making it.
Pelicans making it. You said Spurs, Mav not in there. You said OKC is not gonna make it.
No.
Okay. No Kings. Kings don't make it either.
No.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
They made some moves I didn't like in the offseason.
Okay.
They had
Grizzly in it?
No, come on.
Okay. All right. We shall see.
We will see.
We shall see, man.
Final prediction, I guess.
I got Lakers. Lakers and Bucks. I think Lakers win it all.
I'm good with that too. East team, I'm back out. I'll say 76ers over Bucks, actually.
All right.
I think they just I don't think they really lost anything that was much needed.
Their best offensive player was Jimmy Butler last year. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Simmons is gonna he's gonna have a year.
Did you
here.
just say Simmons?
He's gonna have a good year. I mean, him and Embiid, and then they got Horford. They brought on Richardson. They'll be fine.
Hey, Ben Simmons for MVP.
No, not MVP. I'm saying he's gonna have a year.
Okay,
he's gonna have a year. He's gonna have a good year.
Hey, cool. If you say so. If you say so. Holy cow! All right, you should bet how many threes Deke is gonna hit too while you're at it.
Did you see that one he hit?
What year is this for him?
It's his third or fourth, but it's fine.
Has he had a regular season one yet or no?
I'm just telling you.
Right,
it's going to be
cool.
Motivated Simmons this year.
Okay.
They're pissed about the whole Kawhi Leonard lucky shot thing.
No, it's not lucky. It was Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, it's Ben Simmons.
What do you mean? He lost in that series.
All I'm saying is if Ben Simmons is your best offensive player.
Oh, Embiid's their best offensive, but them working as a tandem, almost like a.
How was that working before?
I can't say penny shack because that's a little blasphemous. Yeah, but you never know. I'm just saying, just watch out.
All right, cool.
He's got the talent. Man.
All right. Hey, you convince yourself. You keep believing, young man. Keep believing.
We shall see, though. Yeah. I think we got everything covered. We had good Steeler talk, football.
Absolutely, man.
Had a little fun with the NBA and just just spitballing here and having a good time.
Oh, good, man. We told some bye-week stories, so Absolutely. We good, man.
This is a fun podcast.
No doubt.
Bye-week vibes.
Bye-week, big vibes. Appreciate everybody tuning in. As always, love, baby. And until next time,
peace.